Welcome back to the Stack Crypto channel. It's your boy Brazen.
And your boy Double O.
All right. First off, we'd like to thank you guys for clicking on this video. Thank you for watching, subscribing, all that good stuff. It's really exciting and we hope to keep bringing you value.
Yes, sir.
In today's crypto news, we're going to be talking about Cardano and Hydra, thousands of Bitcoin machines getting installed across the US, and of course, we had to talk about it, man. The Raw Pool apparently was the 7th game in the Squid Games. I don't even know how many games there were, but
it's a game, man.
Hey.
You never know the ending, and you found out what the ending was. No, wait, that wasn't illegal, actually. You signed up for it.
Hey, listen, who knows who did it? All we know is your money is gone now and you're crying about it. But anyway,
I think that thing went up. I think that thing went up 250,000% or something like that.
Yeah, so it was high up there, and then no one could cash out.
Yep.
And yeah, they walked away with the money. Anyway, we're gonna jump into that here. We're gonna be revisiting that later in the show. Charles Hoskinson, founder of Cardano, says Hydra is a necessity as Cardano is going to get enormous traffic. Now, Cardano is one of the most promising ecosystems and has witnessed a significant amount of traction over the years. Different upgrades, not only in the US but around the world, have aided its native token ADA surge up to 1,500% year to date. Here's what you can expect from this platform in the coming few months. So, obviously, Cardano has had the convenience.
Several upgrades. We had one in August.
Right, it's had several upgrades over time. But I was going to say it's had the convenience of essentially looking at what Ethereum is failing at, and they're working to resolve those issues. Right, of course, Charles Hoskinson was one of those guys who was also on the Ethereum project from the Genesis. Yeah, so I trust his judgment in these things. So Hydra, in this case, Hydra more specifically, what they're talking about here is one of the upgrades which was done, I believe it was during the Alonso upgrade. So that upgrade enabled smart contracts, and one of the things it also enabled was Hydra. And what Hydra is a layer 2 scalability feature which should allow for more traffic to be handled on the platform while maintaining quick transactions. Exactly. Quick transactions, speeds, and all that good stuff.
I think it also does the cross blockchain transaction as well, which is a major advantage over Ethereum. This is pretty cool.
I think it was a bridge, they call it.
Yeah. So one of the things that we were saying when Cardano was 60 cents and then 90 cents was that, hey, it's coming, the demand is coming, more adoption is coming, and people were like, nah, I don't have time for it, it's too slow, let me get out.
Yeah.
And then we even got sad because that sucker wasn't moving for the longest. It even went down.
It wasn't.
And then we didn't buy more during those 60 cents and 50 cent days, even as down as 40, 39 cents. And then boom, it goes up to $2. So we're currently in that phase again with Cardano, and folks are like, not paying attention. And you just wake up the next day and it's up to $4, $5, and $10. We initially planned our initial charts. If you were watching us back in the Young and Successful daily show days, we planned for Cardano to reach at least $8 or $9 before the year's end. This is November, so we have one more month to go.
I don't think that's gonna happen, but I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of stuff going on. It's kind of moving sideways, very, very well consolidated. It's not crashing and it's not pumping. So when it's ready to pull up, it's gonna be major. So I'm still adding to my position, even though I think I am over. I don't want to call it over leverage. I've gone above the maximum I should put in one coin.
You're heavily loaded on Cardano.
Heavily. And I'm sticking it too, so that's a good thing.
I would say this, and this is something that most people will not agree with, but I am aiming for my crypto portfolio to be more valuable than my stock portfolio.
People think that's super risky, and I don't think so.
People, look, man, they're talking about this 5% thing. Listen, I get it, man. Volatility is not for everyone. Seeing red days is not for everyone. But I think this is
Do you like blood? Do you like to see blood?
Listen, but guess what? When it's up, guess what that looks like? When it's up, it's up. You're right. It's not 5% in the S&P that people are bragging about. 5% could happen in minutes. So there we go. Anyway, moving on. Thousands of Bitcoin ATMs to be installed across America. Bitcoin ATMs have the potential to help the King coin go mainstream. I would say Bitcoin is already mainstream. Won't you guys agree with that one? But if that's the case, one country is definitely in the lead. After all, the United States of America currently has the most Bitcoin ATM tellers in the world, yet a new partnership could bring thousands more. Kenny, your thoughts?
Yo, did you see that picture? Is that Spanish?
Where?
On the ATM?
Spanish on the ATM. Let's see. Well,
that's not English, right?
Oh, that is not English.
So we are behind the curve.
Hey,
we need to catch up.
Maybe they just pulled out an old picture from their archives, and and the plaster in there, But hey, look. So the company that will be providing these Bitcoin ATMs is called Bitcoin Latinum.
Exactly, Latinum. Exactly. Bringing down the Latin America, man.
Now I see where you're coming from. No, I think yeah, man. I'm running on slow mode this morning.
I would not be surprised though if Warren Buffett, that Spanish company that they bought in South America,
right?
If they have something to do with this.
They might. I think that this setup though, having ATMs, is going to help more people to be able to get on, because there are people who are clearly unbanked, even in the United States, but they have cash. But then that also makes me wonder, if someone is unbanked, there has to be a level of I don't want to say technological illiteracy.
Yeah, but how does this make it easier though? Because if you're buying it at the ATM, you're not getting the physical coin, you're just getting the code or QR code of what your coin is. So you still don't own your coin. Somebody else is owning your coin for you.
No. Check this out, right? So what happens is, because I'm going to tell you from my experience from when I bought Bitcoin at an ATM. I bought Bitcoin at an ATM, just to say I did. I used my Atomic wallet, right?
Oh.
And when you insert the cash, then you scan the Bitcoin barcode from your Atomic wallet, and then it sends it to your Atomic wallet.
Okay.
Now, this also means that there's also like a limited amount of apps that may support that, right? Because I know you maybe not be able to do that with Coinbase or something like that, but either way, but I agree with you in the sense that I don't see how this is going to really accelerate things, but whatever, if people,
because you're still not technically savvy to know to create an Atomic wallet.
Exactly.
How to create an Atomic wallet.
Exactly.
To then scan and buy. There's still that technological divide there.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what I was saying. There has to be like a level of tech illiteracy in that situation. Anyway, moving on to my favorite story of the day. No, let me say this is my favorite story of the day. The funniest story of the day. Anyway, Squid Battle. Squid Game creators pull rug on cryptocurrency and pocket 2.1 million from investors. Okay, the creators of a Squid Game cryptocurrency appear to have pulled the rug on the project, leaving investors an estimated 2.1 million out of pocket. I don't want to go any further on this, man. This is the thing. The coin skyrocketed 43,000% in 2 days. Here's the thing. This is one thing where I really like public, right? Is that when we're on public, you see a lot of people making posts. And it's an overwhelming amount of people making posts about, one, not investing money that you cannot afford to lose. Two, not chasing after quick money, right? Three, doing your research, doing your due diligence before getting into most of these trades. And all of these people who were posting this stuff in public, they're giving solid information.
Yes, sir.
However, it seems like, because this is not only a public either, right? Almost any investing group you go into, or wherever. This is also what I think is interesting. The people who bought this coin, right? They had to be in a group, and they probably were in a group where someone told them, "Do your research." There is no way that you're telling me that you did your research and understood what this coin was intended for, and then still decided to jump into it to make quick money.
So, if you're on public watching this is a really good example why you just don't run for all this noise that people make in the markets about there's this new coin, it's gonna do this, it's gonna do that. This is a good example of a rug pull. You have to do your research to see what utilities this coin is providing to the space. Otherwise, you're taking a huge risk. And some people might have invested all their life savings on this, and boom, it's gone. But the show is really cool. I've not really taken the time to watch it, but the little clips I've watched here and there, this is an exact example of what the show does.
Yeah, this is exactly what the show does, man. You get one chance to get it right. Yeah, you get it right or you die. You know.
And they all got it wrong.
They all got it wrong.
That was the game.
Have you seen the first episode? Dude, you gotta at least watch the first episode.
I think you showed me a little clip. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Yeah. Red light, green light. Red light,
blue light. You gonna learn today.
Oh, dude. Wait. I feel kind of bad because I'm like, I shouldn't be laughing at people dying. But it was also a movie. So, who knows? Well, here's the bottom line. I think that steady money is better than fast money.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be looking to get rich overnight because ultimately you probably will not know what to do with that money either.
Yeah.
And if you have a plan and you stick to that plan, it is very likely to pan out better than chasing the wagon. Anyway, moving on to some scribble technical analysis here. We have a lot of lines on that chart, but that's fine. Ethereum. A couple of days ago, if you watch our previous technical analysis on Ethereum, we did say that we noticed that it pulled out of that channel there at the very top. And we also pointed out that if it pulled out of the channel and it came back into the channel, we pointed out that it will probably continue sort of sideways within that channel. And it will likely break out. If it breaks out above that line there, then we're going to be seeing a move to the upside. The interesting thing right now is it's broken above that horizontal channel. And it's also closed above the 100% Fibonacci retracement level. Well, it's not closed there, but we have a candle above it right now. Kenny, your thoughts?
Well, it's technical analysis as usual, right? And then there's what the markets do. So right now we are crossing, it should be the one, but we're crossing above the one major resistance. So we're waiting for, this is the one, the daily chart, right? So it's the 1 day chart. So if the next candle opens above the one Fibonacci extension or retracement line, then we should most likely have a bullish run. The MAs are still, the price action is still above the MAs, the moving averages. TTM is squeezing upwards, as you can see the changing colors. So this is all great news. Things are moving up. Again, it's Moon November, so we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. Decent volume also going there, looking really good. The next coin which we're looking at here is actually an interesting situation because this is the total opposite of Ethereum. So this is pre-search. Pre-search is a token that you gain for using the pre-search browser. Actually, I made a post about this on public a while back about some browsers that will pay you in cryptocurrency, search engines and browsers that will pay you in cryptocurrency for using the browser. We use it a lot.
Again, this is another reminder. Crypto is not like the stock market. You have a utility, you have a tool, you have an app, and the app pays you back for your contribution. It's not like Facebook that just takes all your money. So instead of using Google, you just use pre-search and you get paid for contributing by searching and giving the system information to make itself better.
Absolutely. Sounds good. Now, so with pre-search, what we find interesting here on pre-search, obviously we've been collecting pre-search for a while now. And pre-search had a bit of a run-up. It hit that 100% Fibonacci retracement line. right? So you can see it hit that and it started moving back down. It's moving back down steadily. Usually it should make it down all the way to the bottom Fibonacci retracement line there. But in this case, it has not, which Ken also pointed out something interesting before the recording. It could break down from this support level here. Now this red line here is definitely a major support level.
Very strong one, right?
Absolutely. And that's also, I guess, AI powered, right? Like it does, because that we did not put that the red line there.
The power of the VPVR.
Exactly. So right now we see that it's holding really nicely above that support line. Right. If it falls down to about 17 cents, I'm also cool with that. But for us, I think this is a good time for us to start loading. So we're probably going to start loading some pre-search and wait for the next move up.
Yeah, it's like PlayStation coming out and putting your pre-order. So you might want to put in your pre-order early for that.
Not financial advice, for sure.
Not financial advice for sure.
Right. So pre-search, cool coin. Love it, man. And I think more and more people are going to be getting to use the search engine for pre-search.
Yes, check it out.
You get free crypto. Can't beat that. Moving on to the next coin, this is going to be Iotx. But before we jump into this one, I would like to share a little bit about what Iotx is, because we think that this is also a coin that has some pretty cool utility. So Iotx is going to be your Internet of Things blockchain technology, right? From blockchain decentralized camera systems to decentralized, open, safe, and human-centered ecosystems for self-sovereign devices, and a lot more. The list goes on and on. With no Internet of Things, you're essentially trying to power anything that can get on the internet, and doing that in a decentralized manner is definitely much more secure, quicker in some cases, and faster. So definitely check out Iotx. I think it's a cool technology, and the cool thing about this too is you can get this one on Coinbase, which is really not saying anyone should buy it, not financial advice. Do your own research for sure. Now Iotx, ever since ICO, has been dropping. There's this thing called IPO patterns. I don't know, do you think this applies to crypto?
Yeah, well, IPO, remember during our early days of research, we figured out the IPO patterns and ICO patterns, which is basically the same thing. It's very, very similar.
Yeah, they're very similar.
So it's done the, I don't know what you're doing phase, and came all the way down.
Exactly.
All the way down to the support, even went below the support levels, but then said, let me consolidate. People are now starting to get aware of the solution and the technology. Maybe they're starting to get some more users on the platform.
Exactly.
And then we're now starting to see that turnaround.
Which is also interesting because I think Iotx saw like a 1,500% increase in users. I don't remember where I read that, but I will find that and I'll put it in the description as well. But this has been falling. We have found a base at the very bottom, right? I guess we can call that a bottom. It's risen, right? And we see that we also see another support level there. An interesting thing about that one is that is also where our Fib retracement line starts. So we have that support level there. And
nobody knows the bottom until the bottom happens. But sometimes when you use your Fibs, it gives you a head warning, so you can put your pre-order, your limit order at the support line there.
Exactly.
And then just get ready to buy it super cheap.
I think that is definitely a good point as well to be getting in, like where it sits right now. Now, anyway, I'm just gonna put another support line, which is another Fib line as well. So the Fib retracement lines, in this case, we'll just use them as our support and resistance levels here.
Yeah, that's a very strong one. Yeah.
As it sits here, we can see that the TTM is also moving up, right? Volume is decent for sure, and the moving averages are kind of pointing upward as well right now. So once it crosses, I think that this is one that I'm actually holding some Iotx, and we'll see what happens, because I mean the technology behind this and the cool things that they're up to, it's just it's incredible and absolutely worth it. So we're riding with it. Currently trading at 7 cents.
Go from 7 cents to almost 9 cents, and then you could just get super bullish and maybe get some more investors on board, and then to the moon.
And to the moon and beyond. That's where we're going. Exactly. Hey, this is all I have. Kenny, any final thoughts?
Again, not financial advice. We just do our very best to look for these opportunities before they blow up. And I hope we've been able to do that. Not financial advice as always. But again, thanks for watching the show. We really appreciate it. Please continue to like and subscribe, share with your friends, and see what happens.
Incredible. Listen, do not get rock pulled. Don't fall for it.
Don't invest in something that you don't know nothing about.
Don't buy things
Come on,
you
stop
don't know
chasing the
about.
money.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's all I have. Brazen out.
00 out.